But you could have saved everybody.
Yeah, at the cost of something I swore I wouldn't do.
Personal sacrifice is sometimes something we have to accept for the greater good. And we're different people, but at the end of the day, I don't want to do some of the things I do. I do it because others are in danger, and I'm willing to go as far as I need to if it means it's going to get us to the final goal. The
Yeah.
final goal right now is one thing. It could be something different when the final goal is met, but sacrifices are there for you to make. You shouldn't feel guilty about it.
At what point do you lose yourself because you keep making sacrifices? Like I said, I'm always me at the end of the day.
I think at the end of the day, you do have to understand that you have to accept the fact that when you decide to be a weapon, it's very different than when someone makes you a weapon. I tried to communicate that to Noir back a month and a half ago. I don't think I was successful. Just made her afraid of me.
Yeah, it was a little extreme, bro. Use your words. Like you did tonight. Good job. Pats his head.
That's what the no sleeping has gotten. Trying to understand words.
Nah, and it very worried me, but... Also, okay, last thing, and then you probably really do need to sleep. I tried asking this before we left with the marker drawing. Are these people our pack?
Seems that way.
Okay. I've missed having pack. Because before Anthony did whatever it is he did, those were my first memories. I was with these Pikachus, and they were pack, they were family. And I loved that part of my life until I screwed it up and they got driven out. And then the Dom stuff happened, and yeah, I became his weapon because I thought I was too stupid to be on my own. And then that nearly killed me. And then this phase began. I like this phase. And this last few months with these people, been some of the best.
And most dangerous.
Stuff's happening finally.
It's a lot easier when we just run away from things.
Not always, but it's safer.
More safer.
Okay, get sleep. Or else I'll sick Remi on you.
I hate that guy.
He's not so bad. Little full of himself, but who isn't?
Just a wily little bastard.
Good night.
I think that has something to say with the kind of master he's got. No, I'm just...
Looks over at Noir. Does Noir look angry at this, or has Noir not heard? Has Noir passed out?
Noir's collecting his too. She did not hear.
Okay.
Remi's ears. Like, there's smoke coming out of his ears.
You will ask Lux, hey Lux, come with me. I want to go talk to Tiffany.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go.
So he goes up to Tiffany. What's Tiffany's disposition?
Okay. Flavor text of Tiffany is, since they've gotten back, she has more just been turning the ball over in her hands, practicing tossing it up and down. But she has pretty much just not been engaging with anyone.
Yeah. So Ew will come up and he'll turn to Lux and he'll say, just translate everything the way I say it, okay? I want her to understand.
Yeah, 1 second. Pokes her, blinks. What? Oh, hey Lux. Hey you. Okay, I'm gonna translate for him. Listen. Okay. What's that cuddle puddle?
Ew says, a Mudsdale walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Hey, Mudsdale, get out of my bar." And the Mudsdale's like, "Nay," because he's a Mudsdale, and that's what Mudsdales say. And I don't remember. I don't remember the punchline. I think I messed it up. But it's really funny. And if you think about the punchline, I promise it's really funny.
Lex finishes translating. Tiffany blanks thinking about this. Thank you, Cuddle Puddle. You could always make me smile.
Oh, okay, it worked. It worked. Your name was the first name I ever remembered. And it was the only name I remembered for a long time. Because your name was the only name for a long time that actually meant something to me.
Tiffany sits up, puts the ball into her lap, pulls you into a hug. You've grown up so much, Cuddle Puddle. So proud of you. You are more than I deserve.
I always want to make you proud, and I just want you to know that I'm always proud of you.
I really don't deserve you. I was so horrible to you when you first hatched. I don't know why you forgave me. I don't know why Jefferson forgave me. I don't know why anyone forgives me. I'm kind of the worst at times.
No, everything that happened before, well, before you found me as an egg, everything that happened before that, for me, that was the worst. Maybe that's why I forgave you so easily. But no, I've always loved you, and I always will.
And I'll always love you too, you. Whatever else happens, we get through this together, okay?
Of course. And then back to contests, right?
Yes, all the contests. Although, depending on how the equality thing goes, you might have to rep for me on a contest stage. Think you can do that?
Oh, wow. Can I wear whatever I want?
Oh, of course. You would have total control over wardrobe. Within reason, because modesty. I need pants is what I'm saying. Or a top.
Okay.
Or a dress. Fully covered on me.
I'll work on that.
Okay. I think I still have a few more years I could rock a bikini on stage, but we'll see. You get some sleep, all right?
Of course, you too.
All right.
Everyone will start falling asleep, and you will once again find yourselves in the dream world. And this time, the pearl door is glowing. The final door is glowing.
It's really gonna be sad now when this door's gone. I mean, the room is just so nothing.
Well, go for it.
All right. And
See
even
what
in the
we
dream
can-
world, Tiffany has manifested the ball. And not holding the ball, he'll go and close door.
Okay. You will see at the other side of the door the silhouette of one final Pokemon. This Pokemon is indeed Palkia. And the final gift...
because I am out of this world.
And the final gift that you will get is a gift called Space Distortion. You can target a Pokemon or trainers within line of sight. The effect is that you exchange positions with that one targeted Pokemon or trainer within 100 meters of you. You swap places. The unique thing about this ability, unlike the other abilities, is that each trainer, each individual 5 of you, each trainer, has one use of this ability per day. So each of you can use it once per day. And once you use it, that specific trainer can't use it again until a long rest. Okay?
Cool.
Nice.
Once that door has been shut, you start hearing a voice, a female voice speaking, and you recognize that voice to be Molly's voice. And you hear Molly saying each gods by name. Palkia, help me. Moltres, help me. All of those. You hear Molly reciting each of these gods' names by name. Every time you hear her say a god's name, the silhouette of that god appears around you in a circle, surrounding you. And when every single one of the gods' names has been spoken by Molly, the silhouettes flash one more time, and they give you one final gift. The final gift is the gift of Aura Break. The only thing is,
This does not suck. Sorry.
you only have 3 uses of Aura Break total. This does not recharge. You get 3 and only 3 uses of Aura Break. And you can, once a trainer uses one of the uses of Aura Break, there is a cooldown period, so you can't use it again for another 3 rounds. After the 3rd round, then you can use the next Aura Break. It's recharge and you can use Aura Break again. And once again, once you use 3 of that, once you use the power 3 times, you don't have it anymore. It's gone. Before you guys, once all of this has happened, in Noir's head, in her mind, she sort of has a semi-out-of-body experience, which is kind of weird because you're already in a dream, so you can argue that's an out-of-body experience already. But you're going to find yourself, Noir, in a janitor's closet of sorts. But it's like a janitor's closet that's been done up and decorated, and you can smell incense. There's a crystal ball in the center with a deck of tarot cards. And this woman, ostentatiously dressed, Madame Vu, is sitting across from you at this table. And she gives you a friendly smile, and there's a little glint of the gold tooth in her mouth. Ah, greetings, Noir Sinclair. So we see each other face to face again.
Good evening. It's been a little while.
Oh yes. If I remember correctly, I believe the last time I saw you at this point in time was over at the Ally Rally, as you call it.
I believe that was it.
It was one of the times that I've met you, yes. Face to face.
There were others.
She says, as far as I can remember. Of course, with me, my memories are not necessarily in chronological order, so I can see why that would be confusing for you.
Okay, I'm used to it at this point. May I take a seat?
Please.
Okay.
So what brings you here to my I suppose, room of mysteries?
Yes. The impending doom?
Is that what you see in your future?
It's very likely.
Why do you see that in your future, may I ask?
There's a lot at stake, and there's a lot of ways things can go wrong.
Yes, there are. There's a multitude of possibilities, and yes, many of those possibilities can put you personally in a very compromising position. I'm not going to pretend that that is not the case.
Is there a way out of this where no one has to be sacrificed?
It depends on what you mean by sacrifice.
No one has to die.
I do see a path that allows it so that nobody has to die. That doesn't mean, though, that that path will be an easy decision to make. You can achieve peace, but you have to live with yourself after the fact with how you achieved it, is all I can say. You all will have to make a very difficult decision. That I know. I don't think that it is a very comfortable decision that you will need to make. If you play your cards correctly, you will find peace. But I have to warn you, even peace comes with a cost. It does not come free.
Nothing comes free. I've learned this.
That's the reality of this existence, at least. That's how this universe works, unfortunately. I don't think the one previous to this one was any different.
No. I'd hoped it would be.
So again, it depends on what you mean by sacrifice. If it is merely lives, sure, there's a way for you to avoid that. But that doesn't make, again, the decision any easier.
Do you know if there's a way to appease Giratina without Fabian or Cam or Rose gift being used? Or everyone not being able to die? That because, you know, as you said, you'll be able to live the choice.
With Giratina, a price does have to be paid. What that price is, you can probably negotiate. But don't expect to be able to come out of this scot-free. Unfortunately, that's not how it will work. Something will have to be paid.
Has already paid the price. Thank you for your honesty, though.
I only can tell you what I see. Your nightmares. What do you think the nightmares you've been having recently mean? I only ask since we've breached the topic of Giratina. And I was curious what you felt the nightmares meant that you are having when you don't go to the dream world.
I think they're a punishment for not stopping Dr. Peralt Reyes from getting control of me. If he really did do awful things with me, then part of the blame of those lives being gone is on my hands.
Punishment. You think that the nightmares are punishment?
Yeah.
Even now, Giratina is still looking for you. It's been looking for you since the day that you've reached into the underworld. And as soon as you return back here, it still seeks you. You are most vulnerable when you are asleep, for Giratina tries to reach out to you in your sleep. Fortunately for you, you have friends. By that I mean she, the one whose realm is in the dream world. Whenever you go and sleep and you end up in the dream world, you are safe, you are protected. She shields you from the gaze of Giratina. When you don't go into the dream world, you're vulnerable.
Why would she do that?
Which she are you referring to?
Why would she protect me? There's no...
Not just she. He protects you as well. This entire time, he also, the one of the other zone, the other side of the coin of Cresselia, he has been protecting you, shrouding you, in the only way he can. He is of the realm of the nightmares. The only way that you are protected from being found from Giratina in your sleep is if he can shroud you. And the only way he can shroud you and protect you is through nightmares. Those nightmares you've been getting, darling, it's not a punishment. They've been happening to you because they've been protecting you from Giratina. Both of them have been protecting you this entire time. Cresselia and Darkrai in equal measure. Of course, it seems like Darkrai has been working double time. Every 3 days?
Yeah.
Yes. Currently, Darkrai seems to be working double. From Cresselia these days, I suppose you can thank Chase for that.
Yeah, I had a talk to him about that.
Darkrai is very misunderstood. But they are both sides of the same coin. Remember that.
Thank you. I don't suppose you know anything of souls of the other world I'm from.
What is it that you wish to know from the other world?
Is my father Lycian? Is he disappointed? Is he angry?
She pauses for a moment and she places a hand up to her forehead by the temple. I can see an essence similar to yours. I can see someone close to you who does see you as a daughter to this one. And I believe in its inner deep memories it remembered itself to be masculine when it was alive. I see a lot of things buzzing through its existence about you. I sense no shame. I sense peace. And I also sense pride. In fact, that is probably one of the biggest things that I sense is pride. Not for itself, but for what it was able to bring to this world. If you believe it to be so, that person or thing may very well be you. And your sibling.
Thank you.
I never lie about what I see. So, it's not always clear to me. It's normally clear for the person that I'm speaking to than it is for myself.
It's quite a gift you have.
It can both be a gift and a curse at the same time. I can see many things, but I'm not allowed to actively act on them. I can push, I can tug, I can hint. Ultimately, what happens because of these visions is not up to me. For I am not of this world. I cannot manipulate it physically in the ways that you and your friends can. I am at the mercy of what it is that you all decide.
That That must be terrifying. At times.
She just smiles, but she doesn't respond. And she doesn't say anything when she smiles.
Well, I hope what you decide is something that can make you proud of your gift.
I would like to believe that would be the case. I can show you one more thing, totally unrelated, for I know it's been digging away at you at the back of your mind.
What is it?
I see a woman. Older woman. I see her approaching two individuals that look almost identically with each other, except one is male, one is female, and they have beautiful blue hair. I see this woman looking at them very intently, starting up a conversation. They've never met this woman before, but she seems friendly, she seems nice, and she's dressed very well. Sort of a power suit sort of thing. Very similar to the exact same outfit of this woman that you saw during your adventures at Whitestone. This woman looks at them again, deep into their eyes. They start to grow hazy. Their eyes grow hazy. I see her telling them about a very rare legendary Pokemon that lives in your apartment.
That's what I thought I was in you too. God, that was so weird. Okay.
I'm glad it makes more sense to you than it does to me.
Yeah, that was so weird. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Those poor people.
Do you have any other questions before we must part, my darling?
I have two.
I will try to help you to the best of my ability.
Would Fabian hurt to be alive? Or even if it meant the cost of someone else's?
You're asking if Fabian would be... if there is a scenario where Fabian would live and survive all of this. Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking what he would prefer. I can't go and ask him now myself. But I don't know if you would have any insights. Because I didn't really want to hear the answer before I left. I guess it was no.
Death is frightening for the child. He's experienced it once. He will experience it again. Everyone must die eventually.
Eventually.
But, in the immediate future, a part of him believes that he doesn't belong here. But that part of him wants to be here anyway. He feels ashamed. He feels guilty. The question is whether or not you feel he should be, he should feel guilty, or if you feel he should be ashamed. Do you feel he should try to fight for his life?
Yes.
Or do you believe that he should take responsibility for what happened because that is the right thing to do?
It's never right for a child to die before the time.
Unfortunately, that is not for him to decide. It's not for Giratina to decide.
Thank you.
You had a second question.
Yeah. What happened to my mother after she left?
She will close her eyes again out of character, just because I want to make sure everyone who's watching has some context, could you provide a little bit of, because I don't think it's going to be addressed, could you provide some backstory about your mom briefly?
Okay.
Just so everybody knows before I say something.
Noir's mother was Jeanette Sinclair. She was a homicide detective in New York City. She took down a psychic serial killer, and around the same time, Fabian was being diagnosed, and for whatever reason, she left and abandoned her family, and she was never heard from again. She was a cop, but she knew how to make herself disappear.
I do not know her ultimate fate. I'll start with that. But I do know, I can see that when she left, she did not approve of what was happening with Team Flare. She wanted to help. She wanted to get to you and Fabian. There were complications, though. By the time the weapon was fired, she was too late. She started second-guessing leaving in the first place, if that was the correct decision for her to make. Anything beyond that, you would have to ask her yourself when that time comes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, that's all I can see.
Nice to know that she second-guessed herself.
We often do. And that's not always a bad thing.
Yeah, absolute certainty leads to people like Perrault doing awful things.
I think it's time for you to rejoin your friends, Miss Sinclair.
Thank you for your time.
Would love to see you at least one more time before this is all over.
I look forward to it. I hope I survive to meet you one more time.
With that, she will smile. And Noir, you will be back with the rest of the group. All of that, to everybody else, lasted seconds. But to you, it lasted that entire time. Okay, you just received your gifts. Go ahead.
Okay, Duncan in the room. I fucked up. Sorry. What are we doing about this?
Wait, go back? What exactly did you do?
I think I'm the reason that Chiboku knows what we have, and that he's gone to plan B of sacrificing innocent Pokemon instead of looking for the plates.
How much exactly did you tell him?
That more than I should have, because I thought I was talking to my father.
Okay.
Everything pre-Johto.
Now when you say everything,
Is it just everything
Chosen
new?
by I have powers, we have plates. They didn't say which plates, just we have plates. I'm trying to think what else. I was really angry, and I'm an idiot when I get angry.
alright, apology accepted. Let's move forward, I guess.
Looks around at the other three. The rest of you?
Well, we can't change what you told him. We just have to figure out what we should do next.
Thank you.
You couldn't have known that your father was possessed by a god that no one really knew existed. They were a handful of people. Like, You're not expected to know that, Tiffany. Don't blame
When
yourself.
Noor says that, Tiffany's knuckles start going white on the ball. Thank you. Sorry, Elif, you had more to say?
No. Just like, just noticing
Sorry.
like the tie and the ball and going, maybe that was the wrong thing to say.
No, it's the right thing to say. Thank you. Ian?
Let's just move forward to the end.
Awesome. Go team. What's our plan?
Well, I know they're going to be having peace talks. Are we planning on letting the Pokemon deal with that, or do you think we should step in?
I don't think the Black and White House is any place for humans.
No. Let the Pokemon start, and if they need our aid, they'll summon us. We have balls for a reason now.
I just really hope that they're capable of conducting proper peace talks. I mean, I know I, for one, have never had mock trials with Fern or anything.
Oh, really? That would have been adorable, though. Could have done a whole web series. You should do that when this is over.
Yeah, first thing on my list.
Cool. Wait. Cassie!
So I guess that we might have to trust him with this. And like Chase said, as much as I think that we'd be more qualified, not qualified for the record, just more qualified, it doesn't seem like a place we can really be. Definitely not as the primary speakers.
No. But I have a lifetime of contests behind me. I know how to stand behind my Pokemon and make them be their best selves. If I'm allowed to be there, I want to be there.
Think we could just
Oh, go on.
think we could all just stand behind them?
Show of unity, show of equal respect. If Bo really does want peace between Pokemon and humanity. Pokanity? Humanity, Pokanity? Does that seem right? I've never actually contemplated what the word would be. Or if it's just humanity across the board. Anyway, if he wants equality, this would be a good show to start it on. Granted, we have no right to negotiate a peace, but...
No, but maybe we could be the bridge between our region and theirs.
I like that. I really do.
I'd certainly feel more comfortable with that, but if anyone doesn't,
Alright, I guess we're all on board for trying peace at least.
Yeah.
This is the time for the Pokemon to take over.
Yeah, hopefully they'll know what to say.
Yeah.
Chase, just to be sure, you didn't mean anything else by that, did you?
What do you mean?
This is the time for the Pokemon to take over? Did you just mean our group taking over for the peace talks?
Why would you think that I mean two things when I say one?
Because you're you. I don't think you've ever given us an answer that was only applicable to a singular thing.
Does no one else think that the Pokemon deserve to have a little bit more power?
I do. I'm all for equality after seeing Johto, truthfully.
Does everyone acknowledge that creatures with that much power are going to take more than they deserve at first until they can force humanity to reach a middle ground? Peace doesn't come after one day of talks. This could take weeks or months or years.
Years, lifetime. I'm aware.
We're talking about regions here. Not just one city, not just two. Pokemon are going to keep fighting if this message gets out that rebellion is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe not these Pokemon, not the mundane ones, but he looks around the dream world at the doors that no longer exist, at the shapes that might still be there. Maybe there are some Pokemon that should run the show.
It's strange that we all worship legendary Pokemon.
I wouldn't say worship. Worship goes well beyond the legendaries. I acknowledge that they're powerful beings, and they have powers and rights that humanity hasn't achieved yet. And if they can make people believe in things and unite over causes, ideas, they're doing a lot better than humans can in their cities.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where balance starts.
I'm doing my best to keep an open mind with all this. It's just not always easy.
You have doubts?
Oh, hell yeah. So many doubts.
Share them sometimes. Look human to the rest of us.
Well, I don't look
Because even
human.
after sharing a space with you, you are intimidating. You are
Thanks.
so freaking smart and clever.
Well, that's true.
Exactly.
I guess my position right now is I'm totally on board for peace, for equality. I will absolutely try my damnedest to help reach that point. But if humans don't agree, if people can't get behind that, if wars do break out, I can't say that I'll stick with it.
Okay. Meaning anywhere in the world, specifically Kanto.
If Kanto tries to fight back, I'll probably join him. If Hoenn tries to fight back, I'll probably join him. If there's some pocket of resistance, if there's a group of people that, are willing to fight for that right, then I'll fight for them.
All right. Everyone else's thoughts?
I have a personal reason for wanting peace.
Hmm?
But as I told the Rays last night, the Rays and I actually talked about this. Humans are very stubborn. Humans don't always want to change. They don't always want to give up what they have. You don't hand someone a berry and then expect them to grow a plantation the very next day. It's a very difficult thing to change how things have been. I mean, I want peace. I definitely want peace. I'm just not sure how we're gonna get there.
That's one piece. So it doesn't turn out to be the same case scenario the world had left. Fabian
Right.
won't survive in the war zone.
I keep forgetting you've been through this once or something similar. Well, not similar, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Similar in the way an apple and an orange are both fruit.
I've seen the after effects of massive death. It's not pretty, not nice, and everyone loses, even the side that thinks they're winning.
That's your case specifically, though. That was a case of massive death without passion on either side, without understanding or change. It's
Yeah,
different than it would be in a war like this. If people are willing to fight, again, if they're willing to stand up for that, then that passion, it can change things.
yeah. I'm just scared that passion will turn into obsession. And yeah, on either side, to be honest, because the right tools, either side can win. Pokemon, I feel, are slightly more likely. Sorry, they can break fire, do all these other things.
No, I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And can we all also acknowledge that Bo could be a puppet for Omni?
Acknowledged.
Crossed my mind.
Definitely possible. I'm wondering where Sylvain is.
Yeah, he has been absent, hasn't he?
Sure is.
Then again, he could just be inside a... No, or not. Are they still Pokeballs on the side of the wall? Oh well, he might just be in his ball for all we know.
He could be like me. He could be a Pokemon in a human body. He might not be the same Sylvain anymore. We don't know who's who anymore. We don't know if Bo is Sylvain. And Sylvain is Bo.
Anything's possible by this point.
You got something to say there, Noir?
I'm just really for people to stuck in the same body. Makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, be nice.
Did Reyes have a Pokemon?
Huck.
I can get that. As long as
In your world, you tell me. Did Reyes have a Pokemon in your world?
No.
No? Okay, then no.
Okay. No. From where I'm from, he wasn't really into raising Pokemon. He wasn't. I saw him with a Pokemon. So, yeah. I don't know if this guy's different. Didn't recognize me, so different enough.
Kyle didn't recognize me either. Didn't recognize the old me when I tried to bring up the past, because he was never the Pokemon.
Speaking of Pokemon, how are we going to deal with the... He kind of like nods towards the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never killed anyone before, human or Pokemon. I have fought to incapacitate. Once they're down, though, I move on, or else I try to secure them, tie it up, and then move on. I really want to kill missing number if it's possible, or put it back into its ball, whichever way.
We have that Aura Breaker ability now.
Yeah.
I figured that would be the best opportunity to use it.
Mhm.
If we're dealing with a god of gods, might need all the help we can get.
Yeah, and we've gotten a lot of help, haven't we?
Molly gets that look on her face again.
Tiffany will nod toward the place where each of the doors used to be.
For the record, Molly, this was awesome, but I stand by what I said.
Never mind.
You will wake up the next morning fully rested. You feel a great power surging through your veins. You probably feel a little bit more confident. I mean, you just got bestowed an ability that can, help you destroy a god. So that's nothing to sneeze at. A lot. And what do you guys do? I'm assuming your Pokemon will be awake as well.
Actually, a question about overnight. Were the Pokemon on watch duty?
They can
Did
be.
no one take watch? Not that I'm expecting anything happen, but...
We can, if you want to assume that they took turns, or any of the 12 of you took turns, you can do that.
Yeah, because we wouldn't need long before we could wake up and be rested.
That's fine.
Necessarily.
Take half-hour shifts. It doesn't matter. Yes, so if that's what you wanted, sure.
Okay. And also, first thing before we head out, all of the Pokemon will be getting groomed. Do you have training features you want applied? If not, I'm going to use Tiffany's.
I think we're good for yours.
Okay. Cool. Quick fill-in of Kyle this is what we talked about in the dream world, by the way. Fill in the Pokemon. Do you want to RP this, or...
Yeah, I mean, Kyle will just say, so what exactly are we going to tell the Pokemon to do or say, and who will take point? I think that's what we should establish first.
Well,
Tiffany looks at Molly like, "Come on, leader, you got this."
Oh, I didn't realize you all saw me that way.
Tiffany does.
I think this is something we should ask the Pokemon also. They're the ones who are going to be on the front line this time.
we could at least hear them out, hear their thoughts.
She turns to the Pokemon. Guys, what do you guys think?
I got this.
And I'm
Actually, I think Fern and I should do a lot of the talking.
I agree.
What about me? I could talk.
Wallet and I can talk. We got this. We'll
Yeah.
go in
Guys
first.
can
We'll
assist.
warm them up, and then you'll come in through some other back door, and then you can sneak up on them, and then we can take the president into a room and we can tie him up, and then we can ask him.
No, no.
We're not tying anyone up. We're not tying anyone up. At least not at the beginning, I think.
No.
But
What?
that's how they do it in the movies.
No, Remy, no. Remy, we have to be nice. This
Yeah.
guy's like the boss of all bosses in Johto.
That's
can't
why we
just,
have
like,
to tie
do
him
that.
up.
If we tie him
No.
up, we're going to be in so much trouble. And what if we do that and then war happens and then everyone gets also angry and, well, like,
And then maybe we'll all die. I mean, that would, I think that would be pretty bad, right?
No, I
yeah,
definitely
that'd
don't
be
want to die.
die. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it'd be kind of hard to tie him up with my wings anyway.
Yeah, and my hands too.
Like, of course.
Well, what a surprise. Someone that actually has fingers is no. Mm. Sorry, Remy. Next time.
Okay, well, what do you want me and Remy to do?
I know. Maybe you guys can be like bodyguards, like look tough in the background to make sure like they don't like make any moves on us.
Yeah, Bullet, you're really big and kind of scary. Maybe you would be scary to him.
Bullet perks up and looks to Remy.
Do they do that in the movies?
Well, I think so. You could always pretend to be. We could like stand on each side of the door, and then we can just, when people pass by, we can just look at them. We can glare down at them and say, "What are you looking at? Turn around."
What are you looking at? Turn
I
around.
am terrified.
It's doing better. Just to try a little deeper voice. It needs to come from inside. Inside.
What are you looking at?
Oh,
Like
you do
that?
it, Remy.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good. Both of
great.
you do it at the same time.
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at?
Turn around.
Turn around.
See?
So close. Good job,
Okay.
guys.
I like
Yeah,
this plan.
good job, guys. I do too.
Bullet will offer Remy a high five.
Paw. Oh wait.
That was so hard. Remy's so little.
Okay, you guys have a plan. Sweet. So
Bare minimum.
Everyone-
plan.
so everyone's gonna go into their Pokeballs. The humans are gonna go into Pokeballs. Sniffles will accompany you all. Sniffles is again just gonna take your lead. And I'm assuming you guys are gonna make your way up the sewers again into the surface and try to head to the Black and White House.
Yep.
On your way to the Black and White House, you know, it's morning and all the Pokemon seem to be going about their business. And you hear a Delibird cry out, "Extra, extra, read all about it." So the Delibird's got, the sack. And its sack, he's got some newspapers. And he's like, "Extra, extra, read all about it. President Bo's approval rating dropping. President Bo's approval rating dropping. Read all about it. I don't know if you guys do anything, but there are several people who like pick up purchase a newspaper with a pokeberry, and they start reading the newspaper.
What do you think he doesn't approve of?
Let's get a newspaper.
Yeah, let's do
Hey,
that.
would you like a paper, ma'am?
Yes, please.
It's only one. He'll say, that'll be, what's one of the cheapest pokeberries? It's most common pokeberries.
Oranberry.
Oran? That'll be one Oranberry, please.
She looks deluxe.
Oh, right. Here you go.
There you go. He'll hand you the newspaper. And there is indeed a headline that does say the President Bo's approval rating is dropping. So just to paraphrase what the article says, this is your first time reading that actually addresses the
Who can
Vampy
read
in the
this?
room. It's written in Pokemon.
It's written in Pokemon.
It's written in Pokemon.
Does
So
it written
everyone,
Pokemon
anyone,
language?
there is a written Pokemon language apparently. Yes.
Good to know.
So this does address that for the last several months, actually, there have been talks about possibly breaking down the barriers of the walls and trying to take Kanto. There's been talks. And recently, through the airwaves, through the radio station, President Bo made an announcement that before they would do that, they would first try to reach out to the Elite Four in Kanto and try to negotiate peace, to see if they can come up with an understanding and possibly try to work something out, maybe for them to act as equals. As soon as he made that announcement, his approval rating started to drop. Vast majority of the Pokemon here do not like the idea because they think that's not why they elected him as president. They thought they were going to keep, they like what they built here. They are happy that the way things are. They were hoping they would expand on that. So there was a poll that was taken. 60% of the Pokemon in this population feel that President Bo is, in their eyes, selling out. Like they're seeing him as weakening here. They said that as soon as they believe that as soon as they inform the Elite Four that they want to negotiate peace, that they'll lose their edge. Like that's it. Game over. They'll lose their edge, and now all of a sudden they'll lose whatever advantage they would have had with this war and maintaining what they have here. 30% of the Pokemon agree with President Bo. They agree with him trying to broker some sort of understanding. The other 10% of Pokemon don't care. They're either indifferent or undecided. But that is why. So there seems to be a lot of political pressure right now, and as you actually get to the Black and White House proper, there actually is a demonstration. There's a bunch of Pokemon that are demonstrating in front of the Black and White House with signs and everything, trying to express their disapproval and hoping to convince President Bo, don't go to the Elite Four. Like, if we're going to do this, we got to have the element of surprise. We need to take it now and not try to do this frivolous, peace treaty thing, because it's not going to work. So that's what the demonstration, there's big pressure on President Bo to go back on what he said in the airwaves. Does your Pokemon say anything to each other when they see all this or read about all this? Go ahead. You can react to this.
Can I ask for a quick clarification, actually?
Sure.
So it was 60% basically are against Bo, but was there anything to differentiate those who want expansion and those who just want to stay how they are?
Yeah. I would say that expanding versus stay who they are, where they are, I would say that
Because I would imagine some are fine just in their little Johto community and don't like feel
Yeah.
the need to like take other regions or whatever.
Yeah. I would say that roughly 50% actively would like to expand. Roughly 50% really would love to expand. And I would say 20% are indifferent or are undecided. And then 30%, are happy where they are. I will say 30% are happy where they are, but would be totally not against expanding.
Okay.
Because why not? So 50's happy the way things are. The other 50 is not happy with the way these are. And within the 50 that are happy the way things are, like the 30% chunk of that 50. So 30% of that chunk was like, it'd be nice if you could expand.
Okay.
That'd be great. I think because, they feel sympathetic. A lot of them are sympathetic to the other Pokemon in the outside world. They're not enjoying the fruits of our labor. Why should we be special? That's not fair to the rest of them. So, good question.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Wow, everyone here seems really angry.
Yeah. Then again, they fought to carve out this piece of their existence.
Are we still good on our plan?
I am. How are we getting in, by the way? The humans really didn't give us the most detailed idea here.
How do we go in?
I can ride Bullet, and then he can fly me overhead of the Black and White House,
And
then
like
I'll
drop it through a window.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry,
I'll
out
open
of
the door from the
character, can we
inside.
start perceptioning to see if there's flying Pokemon doing security duty?
You won't need to roll a
Trolls?
perception. There certainly are Pokemon flying
I thought
around.
so.
I'm sure you can see a Dragonite. I'm sure you can see, maybe a few Altairs? The cloud-looking Altarias. I'm sure you can see some of them circling around. Sure.
Those ones would be subtle. Ooh.
They're all wearing sunglasses,
Okay. Pretty Puppy. You see those guys up there? I'm pretty sure they'd shut that plan down.
We just need some sunglasses.
Oh, no.
We could pretend to be the agents, just like them.
I think they know their
No,
own
they know
people.
who each other are. Like, Team Rocket knows, like, all their members. They will know their members, too. You
Are
can't
you
just,
sure?
like, show up.
Because Molly has sunglasses.
Maybe we should ask her to borrow them.
Why don't we just offer to be consultants to, like, President Bo? Like, his approval rating's dropping, so maybe we can, like go, hey, we're good at politicking, and we can totally help you out with this approval thing somehow. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe that'll work too.
So we're gonna be politickers?
Sorry. I guess.
Yeah.
Hey guys, that's one
Sniffles.
option. But look over there. Not going to suggest that we actually do anything about that, but I just wanted to point out another crazy idea. So he points this out, and as you guys are having this conversation, a school bus, a Pokemon-sized school bus, just drove up to the gate. And on this school bus, you see a bunch of very young Pokemon, like the baby evolutionary versions of these Pokemons, and they all look really excited. This appears to be a field trip to go into the Black and White House, and you can see that what appears to be a teacher, one of the Pokemon teachers, goes over and seems to be filling out some paperwork. It looks like it's going to take a while for them to fill out this paperwork to let the bus into the gates. But Sniffle's pointing that and say, I'm not saying we should do anything about that, but in case you wanted some other options.
Oh.
We would probably have to be really sneaky though, or make wear very good disguises to look like kids or teachers or teachers.
Well, I wouldn't look like a kid at this point. Mm.
Well, I'm very sneaky. I could go in.
Mm.
Yeah, you could actually go under a bus, attach yourself to it, and just be driven in.
Exactly.
Well, how about the rest of us? What about the rest of us?
True. I'm working on the rest of us.
Oh.
What if
'Cause
what if I carried you all inside me?
in our Pokeballs?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for this plan.
Remy's already in line.
To get inside
Damn
of
it,
you?
pretty puppy.
No. He's in line of the school district.
Oh, okay.
We
He hears
talked
that, he's
about
like,
this.
Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna be a child.
I mean,
Hey.
the only stage 1 Pokemon, so.
Good luck.
So you wandered off and you're getting into line, and we're gonna say an Igglybuff. We'll say an Igglybuff. You know, you brush past an Igglybuff, and the Igglybuff says, "Are you a new kid? I've never seen you before."
Yeah, I'm an exchange student.
Whoa! I didn't know we had an exchange student.
Yeah,
Where from?
I'm from beyond the walls. Kanto.
What?
Kanto.
Oh, you're messing with me.
No.
You're funny. You're funny, exchange student kid.
Wow, I was a nerd back in Kanto. I'm glad I'm getting popular here.
Okay. Well, if you're from the other side of the wall, who's the president there?
Well, well,
See?
Noah's the president. Noah's the president because the dirty humans have control of everything.
Oh, so the humans don't have a president? That's stupid.
Here's what they're called. Bo's the only president.
Do you want to be best friends?
Yeah, especially if it'll get me in. I mean, it's into the crowd, into your click, into your group.
What's your name, new kid?
LeBeau.
LeBeau?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, LeBeau. My name's Mortimer.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Mortimer. Do you have friends as well? Like, are you coming into this field trip? Do you guys come here often?
Oh yeah, I'm very popular. I have lots of friends.
Remi looks around.
He says, nobody's sitting with him. Like he's totally like nobody's on the bus. Nobody's sitting next to him. Yeah. That I actually like spend a lot of time, you know, playing a game, and we're playing keep away right now, and I'm winning. You should come play with me.
Okay, if it'll blend me in. I mean, understand the game. Just teach me the game.
Oh yeah, sure, best friend. Okay, and then I'll start talking to you. So it'll be probably at this point.
And then Remi's looking at the window. And he's like,
He's looking out the window.
He is gonna be Radiant Rainbow Remy before this day is over. So help me.
Well, at least he's getting in. Wanna do Eve's plan?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Because he still needs to attach to the bus, so let's get on with it.
let's be sneaky about this. They're probably watching. Let's go to a bush and then we'll do it then.
Yeah.
Let's hide in the bush and then.
And then do the thing.
All right.
Yep, into a bush they go.
You're gonna go behind a bush, and you're gonna get into everyone except for Ooh are gonna get into their Pokeballs.
Yep.
And then Ooze is just
Does
gonna.
this mean we have to let the humans out, put into ball, and then ball into Ooh? Or no, humans back into balls, and then Ooh puts Pokemon to balls, and then we go? Sorry,
Humans
this
are
is
in
stuff
balls,
my brain gets checked
aren't they?
on. The humans are in balls, so... Because I don't imagine the Pokemon are carrying around their own balls. They have the balls their trainers are in, but not the balls they would go into.
For the sake
Oh,
of
gotcha.
for the sake of simplicity, I could say that we do all of that or whatever.
I'm just gonna
I know.
say, sure, you do that. You do that.
Okay.
But what I will say though is that Ew will have to roll a stealth
Of course.
to get under the bus without any of the Secret Service noticing.
Also, since Fern used to be so good at stealth, can Fern give some pointers?
Yes. And I will say, well, why don't Fern roll me a stealth to see how well you teach stealth to
Okay.
you,
Good luck.
like how well you've got. Go ahead and roll that.
Come on, Dad. You can do this.
You got this. If not, Lux
That'll-
can also help with an assisted skill check.
And she's got
And
plus-
remember if your grooming abilities apply. Okay, good.
Also,
Remember to
like a
apply your
plus
grooming
2
abilities.
24.
Okay. So with that ridiculously good roll, I will say that you will get to add +3 to your stealth roll.
Plus
+3 to
three.
your stealth roll, including whatever grooming bonuses you have.
Okay.
+3.
+3.
That's a very good roll.
All right. So
Got this.
he rolls 17.
That's-
So
22.
So 22.
Plus-
20 and
That's-
then, yeah, 22.
Yep. All right. So you are going to lay down really low and like sneak over up to the bus, and then you will manage to get onto the bus without anyone spotting you, and you will stick yourself to the bottom of the bus just when the teacher gets onto the bus and the bus starts to move as the gates are open as you guys go in.